Welcome into the DBU Men's Soccer Insider along with Patriot head coach Jess, Jobe, and senior defender Jonathan Leach. I'm Reagan Ratcliff, and this men's soccer team got out to kind of an uncharacteristic start this year. 3 ties to begin the season, but this team's rolling right now. You get into conference play, 2-1 in conference. You're sitting in second place right now. How encouraged have you been on what you've seen from this team since the start of conference action?
Very encouraged. Excited to finally have a little bit of momentum. We feel like we've been owed that. Felt like we've been building and getting closer and closer to where we wanted to be as far as a performance standpoint and really putting some pieces together. So it's really encouraging when you see some of those things come together. We've scored a lot of goals in the last couple of games and or in recent games and to start our conference schedule. So that's been really exciting for us. And we've been looking for really anything that we can grab onto to move forward with and kind of just build this momentum. So we're excited for the start and we want to continue to keep it going.
I know a big piece of the team that you welcomed back this year was Jonathan Leach, a guy who missed all of last season to injury, been on that defensive back line. And Jonathan, what's it meant for you to get back onto the pitch here in your senior season?
Yeah, it's been a great deal to me to be able to contribute to a new phase of this team and this program. And I really felt like I had a lot left to give there at the end of the season. And I just want to be out there and contribute to making some new history with this team.
Yeah, you've been a part of this soccer program now 4 seasons, and a team right now that's kind of riding a wave of momentum. You've won 2 of your last 3. What can you say about just where the team is right now, maybe compared to where we've been in the past, and just the sense of confidence this team's playing with?
Yeah, so I think at the beginning of the year, like you mentioned, 3 ties in a row. We're still learning a lot about ourselves. We have a very young squad, so part of that is these guys learning about what the college game is like and gaining that experience. And so with each passing game, you can see the talent. These guys are improving, working hard in training every day, and now we're starting to reap the rewards. So it's been very rewarding in that sense. And we're feeling great as a team right now. We have great team spirit, great energy. So we're loving where we're at and loving the chance we have to surprise some people.
Well, the team you got some revenge on, Texas A&M International, you lost to in a non-conference match, but you get them here on your home field. Conference opener, you scored 5 goals, that ties a school record. Eastern New Mexico, a 3-goal performance. So when you look at just offensively, what have been some of the reasons behind the offensive outburst here of late?
Yeah, there's been a slight shift in personnel as far as where we wanted to position some players and kind of lean a little bit heavier on some players that are experienced in this league. And there's been a little bit of a shift in focus. We used really the start of conference as an opportunity for us to just kind of hit the reset button, and we did that in a lot of different ways. And one of those moments or one of those ways is how we want to attack and sort of our identity as a team in terms of how we go forward. And I think really the mindset involved in that. We're a team that's been getting a lot of chances. We earn a good amount of corners each game. We get set pieces in dangerous areas, and so we want to go into games expecting to have those chances and then be expecting to score them. And I think the mentality that we brought into the games has really helped us kind of see the ball hit the back of the net and be confident when we get the chances that we're earning. So we've been really pleased with that, and I think we have another opportunity to continue to go. We like to play at home, and we like to be here in front of the home crowd and on our own surface, so we're excited to continue that tonight.
Well, one of the catalysts of this offense, the guy that scored 6 goals for you, has been Peyton Poker. He's only a sophomore. How have you seen him elevate his game? Because he had a sensational freshman year, but it seems like this year he's taken him to another level.
Yeah, I think early on, Volker had to figure out how to play kind of under those expectations that we were talking about. He's no secret. He's no surprise anymore. He's got a lot of ability athletically and technically, and so our opponents are a little bit more aware of him. So it's really been great for him to see him kind of take on that mentality of being someone that we're leaning on, being someone that we expect a lot from, and then going out and putting together some great performances. We've shifted him around a little bit. He's popped up in some different places. That's been something that's been really good for us, just to kind of keep our opponents on our toes or on their toes. And he's just done a great job, really, I think, to bring what he is capable of to every game and expect a lot of himself, and we've been really pleased with his performances.
We've seen some bright spots as well. Defensively, you get a shutout against Eastern New Mexico. I know a big part of the defense, the guy to your right here, and Jonathan Leach. What has it meant for you to have him back here on the field this season?
Yeah, I mean, Leach is he's a great energy in terms of just composure, experience. He's very, very even keel, which I think helps a young team. Leach is somebody that we can rely on to be kind of in the right place at the right time, not just positionally on the field, but also mentally. There's been times of our season when we've been, riding highs, and also we've had some lows, and Jonathan does a really great job to kind of stay in the middle of all of that and just maintain a really great mentality. And we need that. We need that type of leadership on our back line. He competes really, really well. He's been competing really well in these 50-50 balls and winning the first ball, helping us do that, helping us win back possession. And for the most part, I think I'd sum him up as someone that we've been able to rely on in those highs, in those lows, and just continue to do what he's able to do. And he brings a really great calmness, really great composure to our back line, and we've made some changes, and it's brought in a little bit different kind of look here the past 3-4 games, and he's been a big part of that. And I think his teammates can count on him to be in the right mindset when we need him.
Two of the staples on this defensive back line are two seniors, Jonathan Leach and then Peyton Franklin, the center back roles. You've played with Peyton for quite some time. How would you describe just the chemistry that you have with the two of you there defensively on that back line?
Yeah, Peyton and I have a great partnership in that we cover each other's weaknesses well. And I think what I do well, I can cover from Peyton, and what Peyton does well, he can cover some of my shortcomings. And I know I can always rely on Peyton to cover my back in mistake or when I'm slipping out of a game, and Peyton knows he can rely on me too. So Peyton's a great friend of mine off the field too, and so that really just all contributes to us having a great partnership as players.
From a couple of veteran leaders to then a guy like Andrew Hollenbach, who's on that, on one side as a young freshman. How encouraged are you from what you see from him, and what's the kind of the potential that you see in a young guy like Andrew?
Yeah, we've been loving having Andrew there with us. We love him at practice. He's been a guy you could always see the talent with from the very beginning, and so when he came in those first few games, he slotted in perfectly with us. He has a great mentality. He works hard. He's strong. He's fast. And so really, he just is a great partner to have on the back line there with us.
Patriots are 2-1 in conference right now. They get set to play here on their home field this evening against UT PB. This is a heartbreaker a couple of weeks ago out in Odessa, but tonight this is the one that counts here in a conference match. What has to be the difference to get to now a 3-1 conference record?
That's exactly what Leach had referred to earlier, and we had a young team who drew some games we felt like we should have won, and we had some heartbreakers early, one of those being the last time out we faced this team in Odessa, and so it's only a failure to us if we don't get better and if we don't improve, when we don't learn. And so we take where we've been so far this season and continue to move forward. And so the mentality that we bring into this game is going to be a key, and I think allowing ourselves to play the way that we know we're capable of without kind of riding those two emotional highs. It's an emotional team that we're going to play, that plays with a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, and we've got to match that without allowing that to take us away from our focus. And so we're excited for another opportunity, and like you said, these are the 3 points that matter. We get a chance to play them again when conference points are on the line, and we're really excited for that opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere tonight. You'll want to be here. We've had some packed crowds here at Patriots Soccer Field, and this is a big one this evening against UTPB. So for head coach Jess, Jobe, for Jonathan Leach, I'm Reagan Ratcliff. This has been the DBU Men's Soccer Insider.